Greetings from the McGroarty Studios. My name is Jeff McGroarty,
I'm Nikki McGroarty.
and we are the hosts of Conversations from Texas. And this is going to be a podcast about the first part of 2026, which I thought was going to be a change in our personal lives. However, well,
Life decided other things.
right, exactly. So to start out, the year started out pretty good,
First couple of weeks was great.
and then the bottom dropped out.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
January 17th, I started getting a little bit of an itchy throat and a little bit of a cough.
Yep.
My throat didn't hurt. It just was scratchy and itchy.
Right.
And none of the over-the-counter medicines was doing anything to help it.
Nope.
So it started getting a little worse on the 19th of January.
Yep.
And Monday, January 19th, we went to the ER
The first time.
the first time. And they proceeded to tell me I had strep pneumonia, and because, my oxygen levels were dropping before we went.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And not only that, but I was sepsis.
Yep. And that's due to infections and stuff like that were in your body. And this is why she's still coughing, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I was in the hospital for, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Got home before, the big ice storm hit Dallas.
Yes,
Fort Worth area.
our weekend snowmageddon that absolutely everybody in this area went absolutely bonkers over and decided to clean out not the toilet paper, nope, bread,
Milk,
milk, water,
hamburger meat.
hamburger meat, all for our weekend storm that was pretty much gone in like 4 days,
Yeah.
which was fun driving in, by the way.
And so I also had, since I was home they sent me home with oxygen, which you can kind of hear my portable oxygen over here.
Yep, it's a cute little box about that big.
It's an Inogen.
Yep.
And I had 2 dogs that needed to go out during this Ice-mageddon.
Yes, our spoiled brats.
Well, Lucky is a senior dog and has hip problems.
However, he would like to go out and just lay down.
Lay down on the ice.
He likes cool, I guess.
So I had to go out there. I still have strep pneumonia, mind you. I had to get dressed, go out there, lift him up, not pick him up, but, kind of pull him to where he's sitting up.
Yep.
And then help his back end up and guide him back into the house.
And before anybody chastises me, I was working.
Yes, he was working.
So I was not here. She would not have done that.
Right.
However, he did the same thing to me.
So, in that weekend of this, I started having horrific pains in my chest and back area.
Yep.
And I thought, oh, I must have strained a muscle, coughing or something to do with Lucky. I don't know.
Which was what it was originally diagnosed as, was a strained muscle on the second trip to the ER.
On the second trip to the ER, which
So this
was
is not twice.
This is a Friday night, which
Is the worst time to go to a hospital.
right. And it was more like a conveyor belt, get them in, get them out.
Yep. And we
So-
dealt with a PA, not an actual doctor, initially.
Yeah, and they did an x-ray, and after 8 hours of sitting there, they said, well, we'll put a lidocaine patch on you. It's a strained muscle.
Mm-hmm. Again, which we already kind of figured anyway.
That's what we were thinking it was.
However, ding, ding,
However-
ding.
Last Sunday, which was, today is the what?
So this past Sunday, today's the 12th, so this past Sunday,
I
We went to the ER a third time
Yeah.
because none of this, because you had seen your primary care doc.
he gave me muscle relaxers and Tylenol 3 with codeine because
Yep.
that's about all I can take without it making me itch.
Right, because again, we thought it was just a strained
Strained
muscle.
muscle.
However, none of this was touching the cough, and the pain was not going away.
And
So,
the pain was actually getting worse.
right, so we decided to take a trek up to our local Baylor Waxahachie Hospital here in the Metroplex. Where-
And I guess I described the pain differently than I did the 2 Fridays before when I went into the ER that time.
Because they did another X-ray.
They did another x-ray and said, oh yeah, you have a broken rib.
Not one, not two.
No. And then she said, I need to do a CT scan so I can see, what's going on in there better.
Yep.
Then she comes back and tells me, you have 3 fractured ribs. And a little bit of fluid at the bottom of your lungs.
Right, which she said could possibly be blood from the cracked ribs.
So she sent me home with morphine.
Yay.
That's some good stuff. However, it doesn't quite take all the pain away. It just makes me sleepy.
Mm-hmm.
And sent me home with some cough medicine stuff that they use. They call it the little pearls, cough pearls. And that's not helping the cough at all. I'm still coughing.
Nope.
So my primary care doctor, has called in something else that we will pick up tomorrow.
Yeah, basically that medicine that you were going to get the other day, but because of Walmart's
No,
policy.
this is something different.
Oh,
than
different.
that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Sorry. my bad.
because he said the cough medicine with codeine that I was going to get the other day has less codeine in it than Tylenol 3 with codeine.
Right.
So it wasn't going to help me much. He wants to concentrate on getting rid of the cough.
Right. And for anybody that is not medically knowledgeable, there is no fix, basically no anything you can do for cracked ribs other than they heal on their own. Unless, of course, they get worse, and then that's a whole other different situation. But with her coughing, all it does is put strain and stress on the ribs that are already broken and cracked, apparently. So the quicker we get the cough taken care of, the quicker the ribs can start healing, which is going to take about 2 months.
Yes, it's going to be a long 2 months.
Mm-hmm. Luckily, the weather, knock on wood, has cooperated, and it's going to be in the 60s and 70s and 80s here in Texas
For highs.
for highs.
Yeah.
So no more snow and ice, thank God.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
March hasn't gotten here yet.
Right. We may have a late
Blizzard.
year before spring hits.
Mm-hmm. Usually right around my birthday, which is March 5th.
Yeah.
But
So now I couldn't do a whole lot because of my other problems, the reasons I'm disabled.
right.
But now I can do even less.
Mm-hmm. So that's why we do these podcasts, because she literally is sitting right here to my right and coughing in the process.
Trying not to cough directly into the microphone for y'all.
Well, hey, you're sick. It's understandable. Again, that's why we do these, because it's nice and relaxing, and she can sit down where it doesn't exert her too much.
And now this is where we are as of today.
Right.
Thursday,
The 12th of February.
right. And in that time,
In that time,
you have some news.
yes, I am a pseudo part-time songwriter, and we are coming up on our 20th wedding anniversary next year. Actually, less
Well, we'll be
20
married 20 years in
in 2027.
2027.
Right. So,
But we've been together.
well, we've been together for over 20 years.
Yeah.
So, I found a app called Suno, Suno app online that is AI, which again, I was not a big fan of AI initially, but I found this app and I incredibly love this app. So, plug for that, Suno app. Yay. So, I had been writing a song for our wedding anniversary, for our 20th wedding anniversary, for about the last 6 months, and have finally finished it. And I'm going to put on the podcast here, I'm going to put the song that I wrote with the music. It's not, unfortunately, not me singing it currently.
Which he sings good. He's just not singing it on here.
I'm just not right. I'm just not currently singing on it. But the words, the lyrics to the song are 100% mine. And I'm going to put it on the podcast here. So when this, we put this on Facebook and Twitter or X or whatever it's called now, and Spotify and all that, it will be out there. So would love people's opinions on it. I think it's a phenomenal song, and the feedback that I've gotten, not only from my better half over here, but friends, family who absolutely love it and say it should be on the radio. So that is the thing that I've been focusing on for about the past, besides, of course, taking care of my lovely wife here and our fur babies, which are currently behind. Two of them are currently behind us on the floor here. That's what I've been kind of doing in my off time from work for about the past 2 weeks, and I absolutely love this song. It is called "We Made It Through It All." It is an original from me, so I'll put it on here, and then hopefully y'all can give a listen to it and tell me what you think.
Yeah. And I'm going to take the next few months and try to just breathe and heal.
Yes.
That's my job for the next 2 months.
Yes.
We were going to try to start going back to the gym and trying, since you've lost all your weight.
Yes. I am down almost 40 pounds, I think.
Since starting the Zepbound.
Starting the Zepbound, yes.
I have been taking it and so far have not lost anything, but
Your body is revolting.
my body's revolting and doing other things at the moment, so I'm going to give myself a little bit of a pass.
Right. Yeah. If you can see the desk in front of us, we have a little breathing machine and a little nebulizer, cough drops, cough medicine,
Pain pills.
I mean, it's interesting. It's all down below us here.
Pulse ox,
Our pulse ox, yes.
thermometer,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
my squeeze pillow.
Yes.
My squeeze pillow.
Yeah. This works great for my other half with her squeeze pillow, because like when people have heart surgery, they get a big pillow shaped like a heart that you get at the heart hospitals because they basically crack your ribs open to do your heart procedure. So in order to have those ribs, just like a cracked rib on the side, in order for ribs to heal, you have to press against you when you cough. That way your ribs don't aggravate. So basically this is the same thing. We're just using one that we already had.
Yeah. I've gotten a few pillows from other surgeries that the volunteers used to make when I had surgeries, but I don't know where any of those are. I don't think we kept them.
I doubt it. If they're here, they're probably in our closet of doom,
Yeah.
otherwise known as our bedroom closet. I think Jimmy Hoppa is in there somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe Geraldo can come find him.
He's liable to find something this time.
Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
So, what else is going on in the world here? Well, that's kind of catching up on us. Now let's talk about talk about current events here. What's going on in the world? The biggest news story is the missing mom, Nancy Guthrie.
Yeah, Savannah Guthrie's mom.
Savannah Guthrie's mom, who was a Fox. Is
No,
she Good Morning
NBC,
America, something like
NBC,
that. NBC, something like
Today
that.
Show.
Today Show. Okay, there you go. I've kind of been following on and off of this, but I mean, prayers to her safe return. Nobody should have to go through this, and I don't care your political views. I don't care your personal views. If it was my family member, I would absolutely, like, if something happened to her, I would be plastering it 24/7 on every news media outlet, billboard, road stand, bench, parking lot, anything.
Yes, but kidnappers keep taking me. They would bring me back real quick.
They would. They would not. She would. Nope. Mm-mm.
I would be mouthing off.
She'd be gone about 20 minutes. It'd be like going to Walmart and coming home. She would be gone 20 minutes because they would not want to keep her.
No.
They would be paying me to take her back.
Yeah.
Well, that means my price would be a lot.
Uh-huh.
You are priceless, however.
Yeah. Make some money on the deal.
Absolutely.
There you go. You're funny.
Hey, I got to get something in here. You know, something out of the deal here. You know.
I shared a video to you the other day. Had the husband with his wife thrown over his shoulder, and it said, "I didn't sign up for this." This woman with all of the animals, and it had like 3 or 4 dogs and a little bitty pig and a cat following her out the door.
Which she would have if we could.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then they made a second video of him carrying her back into the house and it said, bringing her back because her parents said there's a no return policy. Would be my parents, yeah.
I keep joking that she tore off the warning label.
I did.
But that's okay. We have been, again, this song that I wrote kind of chronicles the last 20-some years that we've been together. So we have been through a lot as a couple, both personally, professionally, medically, physically, psychologically. Our pets, couple years, last year, year before? Last year, we had the scare with Lucky.
Yeah, last year.
Yep. Apparently, dogs and albuterol do not get along really good. He likes to chew things.
And the cat knocked off my
And
off the
yeah.
nightstand.
Yes, our one cat Shadow decided to knock my wife's inhaler off the nightstand next to the table, next to the chair here. And she didn't realize it, and Lucky, because he likes to chew things, we call him the shredder. He likes to chew things. He apparently got a hold of the albuterol, which gave him almost a lethal dose of albuterol.
I heard something go.
Right.
I was like, what is that? And I looked, and it was my inhaler, and then he started acting really bad.
Oh yeah, we had to find a emergency hospital.
Which that cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah, that was originally they wanted $1,200 to treat him for this. And then we talked him down to $700, which I had to max out a credit card like instantly for that. But it was worth it. He's worth it. And it went from talking about having to put him down to, hey, he made a recovery. And he is currently still with us, currently sleeping on the floor behind us here, along with our...
Well, behind me over here.
Oh, okay, he's over there. Okay. Okay, Tucker's kind of back over here behind us. He's our 130-pound, 120...
Well, he was 128 last time.
128-pound ball of fun here. He's
They
currently...
call him Tucker the Tank.
Yes, he does not care.
Mm-mm.
He waddles.
He will bulldoze over everybody.
Oh yeah, it's really fun trying to get him up to in the mornings to go out and go potty, because usually Lucky's laying in the doorway, and Tucker doesn't care, and he will literally walk right over top of him. He doesn't care. But they're lovable. So I hope Nancy Guthrie's mom is safely returned unharmed. and I hope to catch and prosecute the people that did this, or person. And I pray to God it's not a family member that did this, but
Yeah.
um,
They keep going back to the daughter's house.
yeah, they kind of
Why?
keep circling back to the daughter, and the brother-in-law or somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah, brother-in-law.
They don't know that nobody will tell them who actually took her home, the daughter or the
Or the brother-in-law.
son-in-law.
Or son-in-law. Son-in-law, that's what it was.
Yeah.
What else is going on in the world? Anything?
Prices are coming down thanks
Yes,
to Trump.
thank God. Yep. Yep, food prices are coming down. Gas prices are coming down. Thank God.
We
It's NASCAR season, so football's officially over. Thank God. The Daytona 500 is this weekend, and unfortunately, I'm working nights all this weekend, so I'm gonna have to DVR it and watch it at work, or just stay off social media completely for 4 days.
Yep.
That would suck.
I don't.
The House of Representatives passed the SAVE Act,
Yeah. Now we
which-
just need the Senate.
which
to
is
do it.
requiring everybody to have ID to vote, which I think is a good thing. And
And the Democrats are sitting here saying, "Oh, married women wouldn't be able to vote because of their ID. They don't know how to go change their name on the ID." Do they really think people are stupid?
obviously they do, because
Or people of color don't know how to go to the DMV to get an ID? You have to have an ID for so much other things in the world.
you literally have to have an idea for virtually everything. And
For a job,
even,
to get welfare,
right,
to
exactly,
get
to get
on a
everything.
plane.
Yeah, to buy airline tickets, to get on a plane, you have to show ID. If you get pulled over by a cop, you have to show ID to
Right.
prove who you are. And so why wouldn't it be the case for when you have to vote?
Right. And the hypocrisy in it is during COVID, the Democrats wanted you to prove that you had papers, that you took the shot before you could go out to eat, before you could go to the store, or do anything else outside of your house.
Right.
So you had to prove yourself then,
Yep.
but you don't have to prove yourself now.
No, not at all, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. But
But they want ICE agents to carry ID and prove who they are
Right.
before they arrest somebody.
Now, again, the ICE agents are there to do a job.
Yeah.
Just like police officers, firefighters, EMTs, paramedics, pretty much anybody in public service, is there to do a job, plain and simple. They're not
They're there enforcing the laws on
They're-
the books.
right. They're not for personal reasons. They could care less. My personal opinion, again, this is my personal opinion, is if you're illegal, you don't belong here. Period. I don't care. Man, woman, kid, I don't care. You do not belong here. I was adopted. I'm not from the United States. I was born in Canada. Now, I know that's not the same as Nicaragua or Mexico or China or one of them, but I had to stand before a judge. I had to raise my right hand and swear oath to the United States, to obey its laws, to obey its, courtesies, its customs, everything. And I had to take an oath in front of a judge, me and my two brothers and my two sisters, a few years later. So if you come here and you do it the right way, now there needs to be an expedited process, but you have to make sure that these people, who they are, make sure they don't have criminal records, that they're not rapists and murderers and committed severe crimes in their home country and just trying to get away from that. I absolutely think they should build a higher wall. I absolutely think they should fund the Border Patrol because they do a phenomenal job and a thankless job. But all these protesters, and it's not like protests of years ago.
It's not Martin Luther King protest
Exactly. It's
where they walked across the Selma Bridge.
right. It was that was a symbol. You have people blocking traffic. First of all, if you block in my car, I'm gonna run your ass over. I don't care. I'm going to take that
It's
as
against the law to
it is against the law. So you're breaking the law by sitting in traffic, by putting up these barricades and asking people, taking pictures of license plates. I'm sorry, but if you try to block me from going where I'm going, I will run your ass over. I don't care.
If we lived in the free state of California, that would be legal.
Right, because California absolutely sucks. That's why nobody wants to stay there.
Free state of Florida. Did I say Florida?
Yeah, well, Florida, no, you say California.
Oh, sorry. Free state of Florida. It's a law that if they won't get out of your way, you can nudge them out of the way with your car.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I wouldn't try to hurt anybody, but at the same time, if my car gets surrounded,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, especially I have my wife in the car. I'm one that I'm going to protect them first and not care about the consequences. So I will run your ass over.
Yeah.
Do not, these people, they're sitting, I just saw a thing this morning, I think it was this morning on Facebook, where they're blocking an entrance to a Target. Come on now. Really. What is the point of that? I mean,
You're not helping your
You're not
cause.
helping the cause. All you're doing is
Making people mad.
making people mad, pissing people off, where they're just going to get to the point of they're not going to care about your plight or why you're protesting in the first place.
Right.
And the other thing, which I absolutely am sick of, is, and I think these people should be fired from the jobs, is the teachers
Oh, yeah.
with the kids, little grade
Your-
schoolers.
The kids in school should not know your political party.
Right.
What political party you stand for.
Right.
You're there for the reading, writing, and arithmetic.
Right. And I'm
And
sorry.
history.
Right. I'm sorry. But these supposed educators pulling these kids out of their classes, and again, it's grade schoolers, handing them protest signs and walking them down a sidewalk. I'm sorry. They should be fired. They should have their teaching certification yanked, and they should be in jail for child endangerment.
Right.
Period. Now, the bigger kids, which we've seen, unfortunately, here in Texas,
Not as many as.
not as many, because
Well, like Plano
Plain-
stomped that out. They said
Yeah.
if they're not in
if they're not in
class-
school, they're going to count it as. I'm sorry, but high schoolers, stay your ass in school.
Yeah.
Period. You're there to get an education. You're not there to protest stuff that really, in all honesty, doesn't apply to you. You can't vote unless you're 18. So if you're younger than that, you can't even vote.
Yeah.
So as a kid, you have no rights.
No.
You don't. You're a minor. And I'm sorry, but if we had kids and I found out my kid did that, I would beat his ass.
Well, yeah.
I would.
He'd be grounded for.
He'd be
a long
grounded
time.
forever, and I would take all social media away from him. Okay. But again, this is my personal view on this. I was not raised like that. Back in the day, to where, again, if you want to protest things that, I mean, why would you want to protest people?
Why would you want to
Why
keep
would you keep
criminals
in the country
We have enough criminals of our own.
that have murdered, Lincoln Riley?
Jocelyn Nungari,
Yeah. There's
Rachel Warren.
right. There's countless people that have been murdered by these illegal aliens. And I'm sorry, that's illegal alien. I don't care. They're not an immigrant. They're here illegally, and they're an alien. They're not a United States citizen. They have no desire to be a productive member of the society. They're just here to, and they commit crimes, horrific crimes, and they get away with it. And then you have these sanctuary cities, which there's less and less, thank God. I'm sorry, but Minnesota, they just need to level that city and start over, period. Get rid of all the government in there, level the city, and start over.
Yeah.
Because that's where the problem is. It was that way with George Floyd when he was, and again, all he had to do was get out of the car. That's it. But he was already souped up on.
He was on meth, I think.
He was on something.
He was on a couple of different.
Right.
He died because of.
He died because of a drug overdose.
Yeah.
He died because of a drug overdose, plain and simple. It wasn't because of the police officers put a note, put Anita in the back and I can't breathe. He died because of a drug overdose. But why would you let people in this country that are committing murder, that are raping children, that are
trafficking children,
why would you want these people in this country? I mean, over stupidity. And then these protesters like Renee Good, who tried to run over a police officer and got killed in the process for it. I'm sorry, but if it was me, she'd be dead as well.
Don't hit someone with your car.
Sorry, but that's assault with a deadly weapon. That's attempted murder on a law enforcement official.
And this so-called ICU nurse dude.
The ICU nurse, which was also videos have been proven that he wasn't an angel, that he was attacking the vehicles he was protesting, he was getting in their faces, and he brought a loaded weapon to a protest.
With extra magazines.
That tells me.
Why do you need extra magazines and that?
Right.
At a protest.
That tells me that he was there to do harm.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry he got killed, but again,
it could have been avoided.
It could have been 100% avoided. All of this can. 90% of the stuff that's going on right now did not need to happen, should not happen. Now, again, protesting is your right. But you have to do it peacefully. You have to do it
and peacefully
legally.
Peaceful is not blocking traffic.
Right.
Is not getting up in people's faces and yelling and throwing stuff at them.
Nope. Because that's assault.
Blocking the federal agents
from doing their job.
That's
all they're doing. Now imagine if the roles were reversed. Say you were doing that job and people were doing this to you. How would you feel?
Right.
What would your mindset be? Would you be okay with this if it was reversed? Say Renee Good was an ICE agent or Alex Pettit or whatever his name is. Yeah. Say he was an ICE agent and people were doing this to him. Where would the uproar be?
Where was the uproar for the immigrant who got stabbed in Charlotte on the trail from a guy that the justice system had let out, 15 times?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And his own family wanted him committed or jailed so that he wouldn't harm anybody else.
Right. Well, that's the problem. That's the biggest problem is...
It's not compassion to leave these people on the streets.
No, it's stupidity.
Yeah.
Again, if this had happened, and all these protesters, I don't care what part of the country you're in, say this happened to your family member, to your wife, your husband, your son, your daughter, your brother, your sister, your aunt, uncle, somebody in your mom or dad, God forbid. Somebody in your family this happened to, would you be doing the same thing? Absolutely not.
No.
You wouldn't be doing any of this. None of this. You're jumping on a bandwagon.
I think Greg Gutfeld said, where are the family members of these people to tell them, maybe you shouldn't go. Maybe you shouldn't do this.
Right.
You have kids to think of. You have this and this to think of. Maybe you should just sit this one out.
Right. Well, people are taking their kids to these protests, and then they're bitching because they're getting pepper sprayed. I'm sorry, but
You made the choice to bring your child there.
if you brought a kid to a protest and they got pepper sprayed, you should lose that kid.
Yeah.
You should be in jail for child endangerment.
Yeah.
Period. And then you should lose that kid. I don't care. That just means you're a dumbass parent. That means you're stupid.
Yeah.
Again, personal view. Strictly personal view. I have no stake in any of this. I have no children.
And
But again,
you
at the
don't
same
see
time,
the stuff happening in Texas like you see in Minneapolis.
no.
You know how many people ICE has arrested down here? Because the jails and the other law enforcement agencies around here are working with ICE to make it safer.
Yep.
Now, if the idiots that are in these blue cities that don't want to work with ICE, they're the ones making it harder for ICE to do their job and making it more dangerous for not only the agents, but everybody else around them.
Right. And well, that's what people don't understand. The ICE agents come into a city, they're coming in for a specific person. They're not coming in just to show up just to cause havoc. That's not their job. They have intelligence that this person or persons is in this area. And then to have people follow them around, attack them, attack their vehicles, throw stuff at them, all that does is put their lives in danger.
Right.
Now, again, imagine if this happened to you, or if you had a family member in law enforcement, and this was happening to them, would you feel the same?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I know I wouldn't.
Well, I have family members that have worked in law enforcement.
So have I.
So you.
My uncle
And-
was a cop for 25, 26 years. My sister was with the prosecutor's office in Camden County, New Jersey. I would not want this happening to them,
No.
you know?
But even though your sister leans more Democrat than
She does. Sorry.
but she, being in the prosecutor's office and the job that she did with
Yep.
the prosecutor's office, they would be coming after her.
They would. She carried a gun for a living.
So the stuff that she would do, they would be coming after her. So the protesters aren't gonna stop and ask, are you Democrat? Are you Republican? Do you think my way? You're
Right.
just in a position that they think is wrong.
Right. They're so one-sided on this. But
Yeah.
so that's our take on the whole immigration stuff.
Yeah.
We talked about Nancy Guthrie again. I hope she comes home safe and sound. I really do.
Yes.
Prayers for her family going through this, because I wouldn't want my family going through this, because literally I would be placing my wife's picture everywhere, and I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care if it took up 24 hours of the news cycle. I wouldn't care. Little sad news that James Vanderbeek passed away
Yeah.
from Dawson Creek. We saw.
I think he's moved to Texas.
He moved to Texas years ago because he got tired of California garbage.
Yeah.
So him and his whole family moved here to Texas. He had cancer that he succumbed to, colon rectal cancer
Yeah.
that he succumbed to. So prayers for his family,
His young family.
his young family. He was only 48.
Yeah.
So again, get your screening. I had mine after years and years of putting it off. I finally had one done about 4 years ago.
Yeah, and your bout of your
Yeah, I know.
passing, they want you to go ahead and get
Get
another
another
one.
one, yes, which
Yeah.
I have to get it scheduled. So I'm going to do that once my wife gets all healed up.
One person at a time in
Yeah,
this
yeah,
household
we can,
needs
yeah,
to
we,
be.
yeah, we.
We both can't be
we
down
c-
for the count.
Right, that would be bad. What else is going on in the world that we want to talk about?
Ah,
My wife does have a Spotify Spotify thing going on. Is Spotify normally Friday night? Spotify Saturday
No,
night?
Saturday.
Saturday night?
Spotify Saturdays. I have a
On Facebook.
Facebook page that's called Spotify/YouTube Music Fun.
Right.
And apparently
Brittany Kellogg, right?
yeah, Brittany Kellogg that was on The Road television series. I was doing a block of just one person's music.
Yep.
And I said, let's do Brittany Kellogg, because I listened to a lot of her songs, and she's a great storyteller, and I liked most of her songs that I had heard. And apparently, I got a thing on Facebook saying that they were going to use my post as part of her fandom or something on Facebook or something.
Right.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So she basically plays songs that she listens to, and she puts them on Facebook on what's being played, on the Spotify,
Yeah, it's basically my playlist.
which is a lot of songs.
Yeah, I have probably close to 5,000 songs on my like list, and
Yep. She even has one called Tunes for the Car, which is I call repeat radio because the original 5 songs are the same 5 songs that I can basically hear in my sleep.
yes, but at least you didn't. When I was driving back and forth to the hospital, when you were in there for your bowel obstruction, I would put on FAFO by Brian Martin and repeat it all the way to the hospital, and then
Ay, ay, ay.
put it on and hear it all the way back. It was about 7 times.
Ay, ay, ay.
That's all I listened to. But then I got other songs to listen to. And
She does, thank God.
now I have one that is the ringtone for when you call me. Hers Ain't Mine by Austin Brown.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good song.
No, just kidding. It's a good song. I hear it all the time. Again, 5 songs I could quote word for word almost at this
I
point.
like, I think her name's Kaylee Rose.
Emily Rose?
No, Kaylee.
Kaylee? Yeah, a bunch of different people she listens to.
I like Ella Langley a lot.
Ella Langley, yep.
She does. I love most of her songs.
Yep. A couple weeks ago, we ran into Jeremy Robinson.
Yeah, he was.
He was the at our wedding. He was the DJ from KSCS.
Yeah.
Yeah, KSCS at the
Was
time.
he KFCS or part of the Twister?
Oh no, he was a 96.7, the
Yeah.
Twister. He was the DJ at our wedding. He does his own podcast.
He's pretty successful at it.
Very
He's got a
successful.
house in
He's got a house in
California.
L.A. and he does things up here at the Waxahachie Rail Yard on Thursday night. So he'll be there up there tonight. I saw he was catching a red eye. But we caught up with him at the Red Barn in Waxahachie a couple weeks back. We saw he was going to be up there, so we popped in, said hi, and he actually signed the wedding dress. He was one of the signatures that we didn't have on the wedding dress. The other we so want to get is Dale Earnhardt Jr.
And Kelly.
and Kelly, which if we were in Daytona right now, we could have gotten probably
Yeah.
because they were both there. I saw them on TV.
Yeah.
But so he's got a podcast. It's called the Top 5.
Him and his best friend do
Yep.
a podcast
Yep.
together.
Yep. I don't know the exact title, but Jeremy Robinson. You could find him on Facebook and Twitter and all those social media sites.
Yeah.
Good guy. But he was very happy to see us. He had lost, apparently, flip-flops he was wearing broke. So
Yeah.
he was wearing granny house slippers that he had to buy.
Yeah, from the Red Barn.
Mm-hmm.
Which, that was the last place and it was kind of cold that day.
And that was the last place you went. And
That was the last place I went to before I started feeling kind of sick.
Uh-huh. So, Inquiring minds want to know. Ding, 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 ding.
I'm not saying anybody up there got me sick,
Hell.
but
Ever.
somewhere I got strep pneumonia. And it was either groceries at Walmart or there.
Yep.
So,
Which either place is a germ fest.
right.
But yeah, you're right. The Red Barn was kind of chilly. But so what else is going on that you want to chit chat about?
Not much is going on with family.
Nope. Everybody's, as far as we know, is happy and healthy.
Yeah.
Again, we're going to put my song probably on this podcast somewhere and let y'all listen to it. And again, it is AI generated. I know some people are against that, but I absolutely love it because I can play basic guitar and I can sing. But I don't have the technology or the money currently to do an actual produced song, which eventually I'm going to get into the studio and record this myself since I did write it. That way it's mine and I can release it as me singing it versus AI. But I absolutely love this song.
Yeah, he would like for some of these new artists
Local artist, yep.
that would maybe like to take it and record it and
Oh, I would be ecstatic.
sing it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But other than that, I'm going through enough.
Yeah.
I don't need anything else to be going on.
That is true.
I did lose my voice for a couple of days.
Oh yeah, that was funny. She sounded like Minnie Mouse.
Yeah.
She was squeaking. It was funny.
Yeah. But it sounds like I'm maybe trying to lose my voice again.
Oh brother.
Yeah, that's not fun.
That could be a good thing. Maybe.
My granny, when I was really young, picked me up she got off work at Hormel and picked me up at daycare. And she said from the time I sat down in the car to the time we drove, which was South Dallas, going to Hutchins, which is probably 20-minute drive,
If that.
and, Oak Cliff, and then to Hutchins. And she said I talked nonstop. And she said she looked at me and said, "Nikki, you talk too much." And she said I just laughed and then kept talking. And so when I couldn't talk, I thought, she's probably getting a good laugh up there in heaven right now that I can't speak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's probably really laughing hard right now. You, however, don't need to laugh because of your cracked ribs.
Yes, I know. I was watching something. Senator John Kennedy gets me every time. He said something the other day on Fox News, and I laughed. It hurt. I laughed again. It hurt. So I'm going to have to not listen to him until I get better.
That might be a good thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
That's about all that's going on. And
I think that's going to be about it. Again, I'm going to put my song on here. And once I edit this and all that, I'll put it on Facebook for y'all and
YouTube.
And YouTube. Yep. And give a listen to my song and comment. Let me know you like it, don't like it. I don't care either way. I'm all open for criticism. But like I said, from what I've heard, it's a very good song. Like I said, it took me about 6 months to write this. So it wasn't like I just sat down and penned it out really quick. It took a lot of thought and effort into it. So I'm really, really proud of this one. I've written some in the past. I wrote our wedding song,
Yeah.
which I'm hoping to find, by the way. I got to look through the countless things we have from our wedding day and see if I can't find it in there. I know it's in something we have somewhere in this house.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's going to be about it. So from myself, Jeff McGroarty, and my wife, Nikki McGroarty, this has been Conversations from Texas, and we will see you later, and y'all have a good day.
ago I made you a promise to love, honor, and always cherish you. You were a gift from God, sent straight from heaven. Without you, I don't know what I'd do. The road we've traveled hasn't always been painless, but somehow, some way, we made it through, standing side by side, stronger together. Whatever challenges that came from me and you, every laugh and every tear, every rise and every fall, held two together, hand in hand, we made it through it all. Through every stormy night, every sunny day, our love grew stronger every moment along the way. I don't know where I'd be without you in my life. My heart burns stronger the day you became my wife. Standing side by side, stronger together. Whatever challenges that came from me and you, every laugh and every tear, every rise and every fall, held two together, hand in hand, we made it through it all. Standing side by side, stronger together. Whatever challenges that